Hi, my name is Trixie, and today we're going to talk about turning the page, starting over, or rather flipping the page back and starting again where you were. Last time that we spoke, I had this idea of turning all of my books into one giant conglomeration of a book. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I have a great title for that book, but as I started to put the chapters in, it was not cohesive. It was not I was bringing characters in that weren't ready to be in yet. I was doing chapters from all these books and trying to make a timeline that may have worked if I had just written it that way in the first place. Maybe it would have worked out better if I had written it out that way in the first place. Let's just say it that way. But taking it from the books that were already written into their own separate books and putting them into one chapter by chapter by chapter by chapter in one timeline, it wasn't cohesive. It wasn't going to read the way I wanted it to read. And I wasn't happy with it. And I dreaded writing days when I knew I had to put more of those chapters in because I just felt like it wasn't working. So I scrapped. It is still in my computer, but I went back to my original books. And you know what? When I did, and maybe this is the break I needed, when I went back to the original forms and they were cohesive and they were reading smoothly and you knew what was going to happen, it was this is going to happen and then this is going to happen and it's not broken up by all these other chapters from other books that were getting in the way. I was pleasantly surprised at how nicely they were to read. I am going through the first book. I am editing it. I am putting more into it, just little bits and pieces. I'm adding little details here and there. I'm about 57,000 words right now into the first book. Hoping to get to that 65,000 mark. And then I'll let it go to the beta readers. And I'll work on the second book. I'll bring that up to the 65 mark. And then the third book, I'll do the same. Now the third book I don't have as much written, but I have lots of ideas. I have notebooks full of ideas that I can just implement, put them in there in the right spots, and it's going to bring that one right up there too. I'm so much more calm and collected. I am more ready to get to the books. I am ready to put those elements in there that make it much more special to read. I'm hoping this will get done a lot faster now that I know where I'm going, how I'm doing it. I'm still struggling with the third book title. I'm in between two prospects, but I'm not there yet, right? We're going to figure that out. I definitely have the first two titles, and it's just getting the words on the page. And I'm very, very happy with how it's going right now. Sometimes you have to try something because your brain is saying, you know what, maybe if I put them all together, I can make it an even better book. But that just wasn't going to be the case with mine. And when I figured that out and I went back and I started reading through the first book, and I was like, oh, this is so pleasant just to be able to have it, you know, so cohesive, so in line with everything that it needed to be, and not all jumbled up and, you know, stop and start and so chaotic. I'm not a chaotic person. I'm much more calm, serene, love just calm, peaceful days. And that's how I want my books to read for you. Not that there's not action and thrilling things that happen in them, but I want you to have the feeling like, oh, that's where she's going with this, you know, or wow, she brought that up right at the right point, instead of so chopped up, which the bigger anthology of these 3 books would have been. So I just wanted to catch you up on what I'm doing. I know it's been a while. Sorry about that. I kind of dreaded making this video, to tell you the truth, because I was a little worried that, you know, here I was the last time telling you how excited I was to put them all into one big book, and now the very next video I'm saying, yeah, that didn't work. So I'm just letting you know as it happens, and it's just a thrill to be able to have these working out the way they are, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. So I think that's it. Tell your story for His glory, and I'll see you next time, friends.